Ever notice how some cruisers always seem to get the spotless cabins, extra perks, and those little touches that make the trip feel effortless? It's tempting to chalk it up to luck, but the truth is, it's not random at all. Behind every smooth, perfectly made cabin is one person who holds the real power over your experience, your cabin steward. These hard-working crew members notice everything, the small gestures, the thoughtful habits, and they remember the guests who make their demanding job just a little easier. Today, I'm revealing 14 insider secrets that your cabin steward secretly loves. Some of them are common sense, others are tips most cruisers have never heard of. And trust me, tip number 14 isn't about money, but it might just be the most powerful gesture you can make on board. Stick around because each one of these small habits can completely transform your cruise experience.
Your first secret to getting better service: mastering the humble door sign. It might seem like a tiny piece of cardboard, but to your cabin steward, it's more than that. It's a roadmap for their entire day. These crew members are under serious time pressure, often managing 15 to 20 rooms in rapid succession. That little "do not disturb" or "please make up room" sign isn't just a courtesy, it's their personal GPS down the corridor. Use it with intention. Heading out for breakfast or a day on the deck, flip it to "please make up room." Taking a nap or enjoying a quiet morning, keep it on "do not disturb," but only when you're actually resting. Consistency matters. Flip it too early or too late, and your steward has to knock, wait, and circle back, breaking their rhythm. When guests get it right, the flow is smooth, rooms are cleaned efficiently, and both you and your steward benefit. That simple habit shows respect for their time and sets the tone for excellent service throughout your cruise. And while that small gesture helps them stay organized, there's another simple habit that can make their day even easier.
Next up, keep your cabin floor clear. It sounds simple, but it makes a huge difference for your steward. Clothes, shoes, and bags scattered everywhere turn what should be a quick clean into an obstacle course. Imagine your steward trying to vacuum or mop around piles of belongings. It slows everything down and makes their job far more stressful. A tidy floor doesn't just help them, it helps you too. With everything in its place, they can clean efficiently and thoroughly, leaving your space spotless in a fraction of the time. Stewards even joke about cabins that look like a laundry explosion, calling it human Tetris as they carefully move each item just to get the floor clean. By simply using closets, luggage racks, and drawers, you make their job faster and smoother, and in return, you get a cabin that shines without them cutting corners. And speaking of small details that make a big difference, towels might seem trivial, but they have their own secret code that your steward absolutely loves.
3. Master the towel code. Towels might seem like a small detail, but understanding the unspoken towel code can instantly make your steward's day easier. Crew members run on a tight schedule, and one of their biggest slowdowns is guessing what to do with towels. Is the damp towel on the chair meant for reuse, or should it be replaced? That hesitation, multiplied across dozens of cabins, can really break their flow. Here's the simple system every steward knows. A towel on the floor, especially in the shower, signals "replace this one." A towel hung neatly on a hook or rack means "I'm reusing this." By following these signals, you eliminate guesswork and help them move efficiently through their routine. It may seem small, but it saves them valuable time and keeps your cabin running smoothly. You're not just keeping things neat, you're making their job easier, and they notice and appreciate it more than you might think. And while towels are a big part of the equation, there's another easy way to save them time, and yours too, by managing your trash the right way. 4. Consolidate your trash. Another simple habit that can make a huge difference is consolidating your trash. While your steward empties bins every day, they secretly love it when guests make their job easier by gathering all trash into one main basket, or even tying it up in a single bag. Think about it from their perspective.
Without this little effort, they have to go on a daily treasure hunt, scouring desk drawers for old receipts, picking up snack wrappers under the bed, and collecting stray cans from every surface. It's time-consuming and tedious. But when you consolidate, what would normally take several trips becomes one swift action. Not only does this make their work faster, it ensures no stray bits of trash are missed, keeping your cabin feeling fresh and perfectly clean throughout your cruise. And while keeping your space tidy helps, the way you handle room service trays can also say a lot about you as a guest. Next, let's talk about room service trays. It might seem like a minor detail, but how you handle them tells your steward a lot about you, and they definitely notice when it's done right. On most cruise lines, the classiest approach is to leave the tray inside your cabin and either call room service for pickup or leave it for your steward during scheduled service. This keeps narrow hallways clear and safe for everyone, especially guests using mobility aids. If your cruise line, like Carnival, asks you to leave trays outside, there's still a right way to do it. Place it neatly against the wall, right by your cabin door, never in the middle of the walkway. Timing matters too. If it's late at night, wait until morning or request pickup rather than leaving it out. These small gestures show thoughtfulness, respect for the cruise workflow, and consideration for other guests. And while this may seem like a tiny action, it's exactly the kind of attentiveness that makes a steward remember you. And speaking of gestures that get noticed, a personal tip goes a long way. But it's not just about money. 6. Personal tips with heart. One of the most effective ways to stand out as a guest is the art of the personal tip. Sure, automatic gratuities are part of the job, but your steward secretly loves receiving a hand-delivered tip. It's not just about the money, it's a human gesture that says, "I see you and I value what you do." That recognition can linger long after the cruise ends. Seasoned cruisers have different strategies. Some tip on day one, setting a tone of mutual respect from the start. Others wait until the end, believing it feels more genuine after a week of excellent service. Some even split it into small daily envelopes, offering consistent appreciation throughout the cruise. No matter the approach, the key is intention. A sincere, personal tip, whether at the beginning, middle, or end of your journey, makes your steward feel seen, valued, and remembered. It builds a quiet connection that often results in better, more personalized service throughout your trip. And while money is one way to show appreciation, simple, friendly interactions can be just as powerful. 7. Friendly and respectful chat. Another way to stand out as a guest is through friendly and respectful conversation. It's all about striking the right balance, showing kindness without taking up too much of your steward's limited time. A warm smile, a genuine good morning, or a simple thank you can brighten their demanding day in ways you might not realize. One of the most powerful gestures is learning and using their name. Saying, "Good morning, Sophia," or "Thanks, Carlos," transforms a routine interaction into a personal connection. It shows you see them as a person, not just someone in a uniform. At the same time, respect is key. Avoid overly familiar nicknames, personal comments, or jokes that might feel uncomfortable. Keep your interactions brief, warm, and considerate. This combination of friendliness and respect is something stewards secretly love, and it makes them far more likely to remember and go the extra mile for you. And while kind words work wonders, leaving a simple note can sometimes do even more. 8. The power of a note. Sometimes the simplest gestures make the biggest difference, and that's where a small note comes in. On a busy cruise ship, it's easy for your steward to miss a request or for you to forget to ask something in person. A clear, polite note eliminates all that guesswork. Need extra towels, more soap, or want your beds converted from twins to a queen? Jot it down. Even a tiny message like, "Could we please have extra ice for the evening turn down? Thank you," saves time, avoids interruptions, and makes their job smoother. But a note isn't just about requests, it's also a chance to show appreciation. A quick "thanks for the amazing service today" can brighten their entire day without costing you anything. It's a small act that keeps communication clear, makes your steward's work easier, and leaves a lasting impression. And while notes keep things organized, there's another simple habit that protects both your belongings and your steward's peace of mind. 9. Use the cabin safe. Securing your valuables might seem obvious, but it's also one of the easiest ways to make your steward's day less stressful. Using the in-cabin safe doesn't just protect your passport, cash, and jewelry, it protects your steward too. Here's why it matters. Even the most trustworthy crew members can face awkward situations if expensive items are left out and later go missing. A misplaced watch or cash could lead to unnecessary worry or suspicion. By simply using the safe, you eliminate that risk entirely. This small step frees your steward to focus completely on making your cabin spotless, without a second thought about your belongings. It's a win-win. You enjoy peace of mind, and your steward can work efficiently, stress-free, and confidently. And while keeping things secure is crucial, there's another small habit that can make their job even easier: managing your food properly. 10. Don't leave food out. Another simple habit that can make a big difference is not leaving food out. While enjoying a snack in your cabin is perfectly fine, your steward secretly loves it when you don't leave perishable items or open containers sitting around for long periods. Why? Two major reasons: lingering odors and unwanted pests. Even a small piece of fruit left out can start attracting tiny fruit flies, and the faint smell of over-ripening food can make an otherwise pristine cabin less pleasant. Your steward's goal is to keep your cabin fresh, clean, and inviting at all times, and leftover food makes that job much harder. By simply disposing of food promptly, you're helping them maintain a spotless, pest-free space. It's a small effort on your part that makes their day smoother and keeps your personal sanctuary exactly as it should be. And while keeping food under control helps, being eco-conscious with your towels can save them time and energy too. 11. Reuse towels. Reusing towels might seem like a small, environmentally friendly gesture, but it's actually a win-win for both you and your steward. Cruise lines are increasingly focused on sustainability, and following the simple towel code, hanging towels to signal you'll use them again, saves water, energy, and a lot of unnecessary work. But there's an even more direct benefit. The time your steward saves from hauling and replacing countless towels can now be spent on other details in your cabin. Dusting, polishing, and making sure everything is perfect. Those are the areas where extra care really shows. Every minute you help them save adds up, creating a smoother workflow and a better overall experience for you. It's a small habit that makes your cabin shine and shows that you're participating in the team effort to make the cruise run smoothly. And if you want to take your guest game to the next level, there's a secret to becoming your steward's favorite guest.
12. Thoughtful gifts and consideration. Want to truly stand out as a guest? Thoughtful gestures can make you unforgettable to your steward. Seasoned cruisers know that a small, practical gift from home can mean far more than a generic souvenir. High-quality socks for long shifts, a pack of good pens, or even an international phone card to call family are all items your steward will secretly appreciate. It's not just about the gift itself, it's the thought behind it. Showing that you considered their needs and respected their limited space speaks volumes. You can also extend that care during your time in port. If you're heading out for the day, offer to pick up a snack, toiletry, or small item they might need. Even if they politely decline, they'll remember the gesture. These acts of consideration create a personal connection that lasts far beyond the cruise. Your steward will notice, remember, and often go the extra mile to ensure your cabin experience is exceptional. And while gifts make a big impression,
Handling issues in your cabin the right way can make life easier for both of you. Number 13. Report issues directly and politely. When something in your cabin isn't working, like a flickering light or a leaky faucet, your first instinct might be to call guest services. But here's a tip that seasoned cruisers swear by. Go directly to your steward first, politely and calmly. Why? Your steward usually has a direct line to the maintenance team and can often fix the problem much faster than the formal guest services route. Calling guest services can mean delays, extra steps, and more paperwork, all for the same result your steward could handle in minutes. Reporting issues directly also shows trust and gives your steward the chance to take ownership. They feel valued and appreciated, and it strengthens the guest-crew connection. A calm, respectful approach gets problems solved faster and leaves both you and your steward satisfied. And now, for the most powerful gesture of all, the one that can truly make a lasting impact on your steward's career. Finally, the most powerful secret of all, a genuine thank you. This isn't about tipping or small gestures, it's about personal acknowledgement. At the end of your cruise, taking a moment for eye contact, a handshake, and a heartfelt thank you for your amazing service can mean more than you realize. But if you want your appreciation to have a lasting impact, here's a tip only the most thoughtful cruisers know. Write down your steward's name during the cruise, and when the post-cruise survey arrives in your email, take 5 minutes to mention them specifically. A few kind words in that official survey can lead to financial bonuses, promotions, or even help them secure their next contract. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference. This small, thoughtful act shows your steward that their hard work was noticed, appreciated, and remembered long after you've left the ship. It's the ultimate way to leave a lasting impression and genuinely brighten someone's career. And that wraps up the 14 insider secrets that can transform your cruise experience.